kicked out as a teen due to false rumors. Early childhood. I am a 28-year-old woman who grew up with a twin brother in a household where favoritism was not only apparent but deeply ingrained. From a very young age, it was clear that my brother was the favored child. This favoritism was demonstrated in myriad ways. He was given better toys, more attention, and was always praised for his academic achievements. I, on the other hand, was often dismissed and overlooked. The contrast. The stark contrast in our upbringing became more pronounced as we grew older. While my brother was encouraged to excel in his studies and was enrolled in numerous extracurricular activities to boost his academic profile, I was discouraged from pursuing my interests. I had a passion for sports and social activities, but these were deemed unimportant and frivolous by my parents. They saw my interests as distractions from what they considered the only path to success: academics. Emotional neglect. This disparity led to emotional neglect on a scale that deeply affected my self-esteem. My achievements were never celebrated, and my failures were highlighted. I was constantly compared to my brother, and the message was clear: he was the golden child, and I was the black sheep. This favoritism was not just a casual observation, it was a persistent theme that colored every aspect of my childhood. Bays. As a painful reminder. One of the most painful reminders of this favoritism was my birthday. My brother and I shared the same birth date, but our celebrations were worlds apart. His parties were grand affairs with all his friends invited, elaborate decorations and expensive gifts. I, on the other hand, had to make do with a simple store-bought cake and a few hastily wrapped presents. One birthday stands out in my memory. My brother had a huge party with a bouncy castle and a magician, while I received a store-bought cake and a single gift from my parents. The disparity was stark and deeply hurtful. The only bright spot. The only person in my family who showed me genuine affection was my grandmother. She saw through the favoritism and went out of her way to make me feel loved and valued. She would often visit me with small tokens of love, like chocolates and a few dollars. These small acts of kindness were a lifeline in an otherwise bleak and hostile environment. Escalation of abuse. As I entered my teenage years, the emotional neglect escalated into outright emotional abuse. My parents mocked my grades, belittled my interests, and insisted that I abandon my hobbies to focus on academics like my brother. They went to extreme lengths to control my behavior, grounding me for minor infractions, such as having Snapchat on my phone, and even removing my bedroom door to deny me any semblance of privacy. The betrayal by my brother. Instead of being my ally, my brother took advantage of the toxic environment our parents had fostered. He began spreading false rumors about me at school, accusing me of physical abuse. He even went so far as to inflict injuries on himself to lend credibility to his lies. His manipulation led to my social isolation, as friends and classmates believed his fabricated stories and distanced themselves from me. The betrayal from someone I once considered my closest ally was devastating. The breaking point. The situation reached a boiling point when the principal, my parents, and my brother confronted me about the rumors. My brother, with a straight face, reiterated his lies, painting me as a violent bully. Despite my heartfelt pleas and tears, my parents believed him without question. Their solution was to pack my belongings and kick me out of the house, leaving me in the care of my grandmother. Living with my grandmother. Living with my grandmother was both a painful reminder of my past and a liberating experience. I struggled with the emotional trauma but managed to finish high school with good grades. College provided a fresh start, free from my family's toxic influence. I discovered a talent for content writing, starting as a freelancer and gradually building a successful career. My financial independence allowed me to travel, meet new people, and heal from the wounds of my past. Success and family reunion. Years later, my professional success caught the attention of my parents. They reached out, asking for financial help to renovate their house. Their sudden interest in my life, after years of neglect and silence, was infuriating. I agreed to meet them on the condition that they publicly admit to my brother's lies and their unfair treatment of me. They refused, leading to a bitter exchange of words and further estrangement. My brother, still unremorseful, attempted to guilt-trip me, reinforcing my decision to cut ties with them. Reflection and moving forward. Despite their attempts to reconnect, I have chosen to ignore their calls. My brother's lack of remorse and my parents' refusal to acknowledge their mistakes have solidified my resolve. I shared my story with extended family, exposing the truth about my childhood. Their reactions are still unfolding, but I am determined to stand my ground and not allow my past to be rewritten by those who once abandoned me. My journey from a neglected child to a successful adult has been fraught with challenges and pain. Yet, it is also a testament to resilience and the power of self-belief. With my grandmother's unwavering support, I have built a life defined not by my family's betrayal, but by my own achievements and strength. The lessons I've learned and the independence I've gained have shaped me into a stronger, more resilient individual, capable of overcoming any obstacle life throws my way.